We fixing to make this town real smoking.
I just finished a 9 hour and 12-minute stream, and I told myself that I would not immediately make a video about said 12-hour and 9 minute and wait, 9 hour and 12-minute stream immediately after. But here we are. The Tekken World Tour Finals event I would consider a success. The first 2 days was a little bit frustrating. One, I just think the round robin format really is not good. Seeing the same players fight for like 3 hours, especially when they're all using super OP top tier characters, is not fun. Way too many Jun Kazamas, Atifs, or not Atifs, Dragonoffs. Atif plays Dragonoff. Shahids. Things got a lot better on the third day when they did the Tekken World Tour LCQ. That was really incredible. So many great players from all over the world colliding. Some players that we watched for years, and then some people who this is their first time showing up, right? It was really cool to see all of those guys battle through. And, you know, you talk about some of the guys who made it through, Edge being one of them. Edge made it through and made the biggest impact on the tournament. Edge was the one who eventually defeated Arslan Ash, and he also took out the John. You talk about, if we back up a little bit and talk about how many Pakistani players entered this tournament, boy, was it a lot. And I think the Pakistani players, they kind of screwed themselves early on. During the round robin format, Atif wanted a rematch against Osan, but he didn't state that at the beginning to his teammates, so Farzin went into Osan's bracket, and those two ended up having to battle. And as we saw, Farzin was the one who lost his bracket, right? So that miscommunication early on is what already took them down one notch. But then when you talk about, you know, here comes another Pakistani legend, Zajan and Newman. These two guys also rise through the LCQ, and it ended up being like 4 or 5 of these guys in the top 32. Now, the John eventually was also defeated by Edge. Edge took out 2 of them. He eventually was taken out by Atif. Atif, he avenged his fallen Pakistani brothers, Arslan Ash and the John. But the Edge playing Harang, a character who a lot of people consider not that powerful, and you know, beating some of the best players on the planet, that really just proves that, you know, no matter how weak you think your character are, if you believe in yourself, press X like Jin Kazama, believe in yourself, you can make it happen. We've seen multiple different examples of people using characters who people consider not the best, not the strongest, and they make it work. And this is what I really be trying to emphasize when I see players obsess over balancing. You could talk about how that also consumed this entire event. Every single time someone did something with Jin, Dragonoff, Yoshi, this, that, whatever, people were all over it, pointing, saying, look at how OP this character is or obnoxious this game is. And I think that also was an issue as well, but it's born out of the developers not truly balancing this game for over a year, or for about a year, right? Took some jabs at characters here and there, but allowing Dragonoff to be powerful for this whole time was crazy. Same thing with Yoshimitsu. Jin was identified as powerful a little too late, but he made his way into the tournament, and there was a lot of them in the top 32. Now, when you shift your focus and you really hone in to the Pakistani players, I think what happened with Arslan and Ash was pretty ironic. It was definitely a learning lesson. Arslan and Ash, before this tournament, he was talking a lot of trash. If I don't win, Atif will win. If not, the John will win, or someone from Pakistan will win the Tekken World Tour Finals. Now, that quote by itself isn't really an issue, but when you look at some of the other quotes that he made, and the way that he was like putting himself and also Pakistan above other regions, for those guys to fail the way that they did was crazy. Like this one here. You have this clip of Rangchu saying, we will practice so hard that we don't lose to any other region. And Arslan, he looked at the other regions and he took this personal. He was like, well, obviously Pakistan is the best region, so him saying other regions is a personal call out to us, right? And he responded with a practice well, because Pakistan is going to take the title home again this year. Now, what I think is ultra ironic about this is Arslan responds to Rangchu, and these two meet in the top 8. Rangchu defeats Arslan Ash. He later goes on to defeat Atif in a very clutch. heated grand finals. But this is just another example of like Arslan and Ash, like, you know, trying to stoke the rivalries between, you know, each region, and he gets clapped up. We saw the same thing happen at EWC with Ulsan. Ulsan, you know, was just doing this thing, and here come Pakistan saying, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. And then they get absolutely destroyed. So I think the Pakistani players are really, really good, but Arslan has to stop tweeting at everyone about how Pakistan is the best and they're going to dominate. I think that like this is multiple times now where bro is just getting clapped up, and it's not looking good. You know, you fight literally the guy that you're tweeting at and you lose. As I tweeted on Twitter a second ago, you know, Rangchu is the only person to win 2 Tekken World Tour Finals. Never has it been done. We never have someone win repeat. Rangchu won in 2018 with Panda, who was considered very low tier at the time, and he's now won again 2024 with Kuma. Now, of course, you know, during the lifespan, I think, you know, we'll see a lot of the guys win again, probably Atif, probably Arslan and Ash, but Rangchu being the first to do it, also with characters who a lot of people overlook. Of course, Kuma's really powerful in this game, really strong in this game, but he's kind of overlooked when it comes to some of the other characters out there. And what's interesting about the matchup between Rangchu and Atif, that match was so interesting because Rangchu was starting to dig very deep into the bear's mechanics. He was doing a lot of like bear shenanigans, and you could see that Atif really wasn't prepared for it. The bear does something and then he stays in the bear stance instead of rising back up. You know, Atif will respond with a high or something, and basically it was allowing Rangchu to continue. But even beyond just bear shenanigans, Rangchu did a whole lot of great things to win. At times it looked like he was getting blown out. Then he started to do some bear shenanigans. He started to clutch up. He started to play really well. He eventually just landslided, and by the end of it, Atif really didn't have a shot. And this just speaks to the level of competition that we're seeing with this game all over the place, from people like Shadow performing really well, from people like from unknown regions. You can even talk about Kaisuke, right? Kaisuke is a person who's known for like dropping a lot of combos, and even though bro was doing a lot of that, just to see the way that he was overcoming some of that by changing up the combo paths. If he drops it, don't completely collapse. He was, you know, still trying to clutch up, still trying to recover. All of that stuff was really good. And I think, you know, the tournament side of the Tekken World Tour Finals event was really good. But then also, you know, I'll talk more about everything that was revealed. I have one video that's up already, but I want to dive deeper into the discussion. Make a video about Anna, make a video about the new moves and what those new moves can potentially lead to, because I think there's a lot there that you really don't see at first glance. So just subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of videos coming soon. And then about time, you know, we talk about a lot of all of these things. The Game Awards will be here, and then we'll get the final character reveal. So I just wanted to make a little video and talk about what happened. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and bye-bye.